With the release of version 1.5, a celebrity makes her debut as an agent. This idol is sure to shake things up, and I'm not just talking about her awesome singing or the crowd going wild. No. This agent is gonna introduce a couple new mechanics that can change how squads are played, with some insane buffs as well. Introducing Astra Yao. Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Johnity, and welcome to another Zenless Zone Zero video. In today's video, let's discuss if you should pull for Astra Yao. With so many agents being released and getting reruns, it can be difficult to determine who to get, so hopefully this video helps out. Now, without any further ado, let's jump right into it. Starting off, Astra is going to be an ether support agent. Support units are pretty valuable because they can provide buffs, debuffs, or even off-field damage. While it's not a very big deal, depending on the support, the field time taken could be pretty long. Well, with Astra, you're not going to run into this issue at all. For her skills, let's talk about her special attack first, since it is the core of her entire kit. Her special attack, Wind Chimes and Oath, will quickly dash in a direction when pressed, then release a tremolo that does ether damage and enter the idyllic cadenza state. You can also hold her special attack to draw in enemies, which gives her mobbing capabilities and release even more tremolos depending on the charge time. The ability to mob is always going to be useful for certain game modes like Critical Node, where it is time-based and has mobs. By effectively mobbing, you can reduce the amount of time it takes to clear a frontier, which is one of the reasons why I love Nicole. Whenever a tremolo hits an enemy, a quick assist will also be triggered. Now for the awesome part. After entering the idyllic cadenza state, which happens after pressing her special attack, Astra will increase all squad members' damage and crit damage that scales depending on the level of the skill. Yeah, the scaling of this ability is pretty insane. To show how insanely strong this is, if you take a look at some popular drive discs for supports like Swing Jazz or Protopunk, the damage increase is 15%. At skill level 11, the first part of a buff is already better than both sets. While in the idyllic cadenza state though, Astra can't move but can still dodge. She'll also have access to new basic attacks as well. For her lack in mobility, her anti-interrupt level is increased and she takes 40% reduced damage. If there's an attack incoming that you can't dodge in time, might be best to just let Astra tank it. Now for the interesting part, and what makes Astra different from other supports, is that when you switch to another character, Astra will remain on the field and become invulnerable. This means that she's going to passively provide the damage and crit damage buff now, since she can remain on the field and in the idyllic cadenza state with 100% uptime. When switching back to Astra, she will automatically follow up with special attack, Wind Chimes, and Oath, which is the first part of her special attack. To exit the idyllic cadenza state, hold either her basic attack or dodge to move freely again. For every 25 energy Astra has, she will gain 1 cord. You can also view the amount of cords she has under her HP bar, stacking up to 4 times. While in the idyllic cadenza state, and when she has at least 1 cord, a quick assist can be triggered when the active character attacks an enemy every 3 seconds, or using a heavy attack every 1 second. Additionally, when other squad members switch in with any type of assist or chain attack, she will consume 25 energy and release 1 tremolo. With enough energy regen, the amount of time she can enable quick assist is endless, since agents gain energy over time. This pairs really well with her own drive disc set, Astral Voice, which increases damage by 8% whenever a quick assist is used, stacking up to 3 times. Something to note is that when she consumes energy to release a tremolo, it's considered an EX special attack. This little detail is actually really important because it means she's gonna have synergy with W engines and drive discs that buff based on EX special attacks, like Bashful Demon or even the Volt, which luckily is usable because of Astra's attribute being Ether. Also, because she's constantly going to expend energy to use follow-up attacks when an assist is triggered, W engines like Kaboom the Canyon and Weeping Cradle will work perfectly on her, so you don't have Astra's W engine, you'll have a lot of options. Lastly, after triggering a quick assist, it would be replaced with a precise assist, causing Astra to do another follow-up attack with 3-tone clusters. And if other squad members switch in with a chain attack, defensive, or evasive assist, precise assist will automatically trigger too. This might be confusing, but basically, if Astra consumes energy to trigger any assist or chain attacks, whether it's from her or squad members, she'll automatically follow up attack with a tremolo and 3-tone clusters. Astra's core skill is another important skill because it's gonna provide even more buffs. While she's in the idyllic cadenza state and expends energy to attack, her core passive Graceful Andante will increase both Astra's attack along with the incoming characters by 30% of her initial attack, up to 1,200. There are a couple agents that can boost attack, but even with characters like Caesar and Sukaku, which are insane characters by the way, only boost up to 1,000 attack. The uptime is pretty long too, at 20 seconds, and can be extended with repeated triggers, making it easy to maintain. Her additional ability is kind of what seals the deal, because she's gonna have synergy with attack and anomaly characters, making her super flexible and can work in almost any team comp. When activating her additional ability, if energy is consumed to trigger a precise assist or basic attack finale, she will follow up with an additional set of tremolo and 3-tone clusters, increasing her off-field damage as she's on-field. Next, Astra's ultimate is going to introduce a couple new mechanics that no other agent can currently do. First, she's going to deal massive ether damage, but that's not what we're looking at because every other agent's ultimate does massive damage. What we're looking at is the second part, where she can heal HP for all squad members. This is going to be useful for sustaining and harder content where bosses can also do massive damage. It won't sustain you from one-shots though. Secondly, for the next 2 quick assists, it will be replaced with chain attacks. This is really interesting because chain attacks are generally triggered from a heavy attack onto a stunned enemy, and to do this effectively, you'd want a stun agent. Well, Astra can now help your team do chain attacks, which does a lot of damage since the multiplier is higher due to being harder to trigger. Ever since version 1.4 introduced agents having their own decibels to use ultimates, the value for leveling this skill increased since ultimates have the highest multipliers. Since chain attacks and ultimates share the same skill upgrade, this is going to be a lot of free damage and something you'd probably want to upgrade. Lastly, Astra's dodge and assist is pretty similar to other agents, but I do want to give a quick shout out to her basic attack. Depending if you're in the idyllic cadenza state or not, she will have different basic attacks and even a new dodge counter. Her basic attack, Capriccio, which is triggered outside idyllic cadenza, can also group up enemies, another way to help mob. Overall, Astra Yao is currently the best support in the game. She's able to increase your squad's damage, crit damage, and attack, which are stats that damage dealers want. Most of her buffs are 100% uptime with the exception of her core passive, which is honestly harder to not maintain. She's also dealing off-field damage without needing to be active, and generally only comes in for her ultimate, which heals and enables your squad members to do 2 chain attacks through quick assists. Because of her additional ability, she's gonna have synergy with attack and anomaly agents, making her flexible to join any squad. For most anomaly agents, you won't be building crit rate, so the value of crit damage falls off a bit, but with the addition of Miyabi, who is also the best damage dealer in the game and works extremely well with her, we could see more crit anomaly agents. It also helps that Astra Voice is paired with Branch and Blade Song, which is Astra's best in slot and Miyabi's best in slot respectively. If you have both agents, this makes your battery charge have more value, and even if you don't have Miyabi, the 2-piece of Branch and Blade Song is pretty universal. In terms of build, she has a lot of options for drive disc since she can use any support set and mainly wants attack and energy regen, and for W engines, because of how her kit works, she can trigger a lot of their effects. Lastly, her ease of gameplay makes her very beginner friendly since she's invulnerable in the idyllic cadenza state, which she's in like 90% of the time. If Astra Yao is one of your favorites, or maybe you want to pull for Evelyn, or even any future stars of Lyra since you can't expect a lot of synergy, or if you're looking for meta characters, then you can't go wrong pulling for Astra Yao. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to smash that like and subscribe button. Don't forget to also turn that notification bell so you don't miss on any newly released videos. I've been Johnity, and until next time, I'll catch you guys in the next one.